Hello, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party, and I am working on my Thermothrope, yeah, uh, Thaumatrope animation, and I upgraded it um, so that it was a little bit more stable. It's not as good as I was hoping. I was really hoping it would be good, but as you see, we can make it faster. I think it does look better. I did zoom in a little bit more, but I think the gets really cool around like 200, 120 or something like that. Let's see. As you can see, you can kind of see the illusion now, but it actually comes in at some point. It like actually comes in pretty good. Um, there we go. That's starting to look better. 110. Um, but then it'll just slowly drift, and I'm pretty sure that's because the request animation frame is slightly changed. The amount of time that passes is slightly different. So the good news is it is definitely looking better. Like I feel like that is looking a lot better. Um, but the bad news is that it still is not good enough. And I was really hoping this would be good enough for, at least at this round, because I remember when I was looking before, it was kind of like the yeah. See, you're starting to get it there. Um, Maybe it was like 215. Um, it was starting to get a. I mean, yesterday when I was playing around with this, like there would be points where it was almost perfect for a second, and then it would just slowly start to drift away. But I was hoping that because the thing, well, that was wild. Um, the thing is like when you do, see, I feel like that's way better. You can really see it. I think. Oh well, you can't see it down there as much. You can kind of see it. It does look a little different down. See there, you can really starting to see it there, where it looks like the bird is in the cage. Actually looks a lot more like it when I'm looking up here, but when I look down at what you guys are seeing, it does not. You can't see it as well. I don't know if that's yeah, I don't know exactly there. I down there now it looks better. It doesn't look as good up top, but it looks a lot better. It looks more like the illusion that we're trying to get to. There we go. I think that's probably about as good as it gets. Now I did find, let me hit reload. I liked the Z a lot. Let's see if that, I thought that was really neat the way the Z, as you got faster, you got like a really cool, and I really cool visualization, like how it looks like there's extra balls around that side, even though there's only two, and stuff like that. I think that's really neat. Um, and I see a lot of like TikToks where there's like people that can, and now it looks like there's like one and a half birds, and as we get faster, it looks like there's two birds. They're like 90 degrees apart. Yeah, that's really cool. You see how it kind of reversed. But anyways, so I think we're gonna have to do another upgrade on the timing so I can get what I wanted. But basically, let me flip over to the code real quick. So basically, if you look at this, what I did was I did an import. I did a cherry pick. I cherry picked a specific commit, and there's three files changed, 44 lines inserted, and 29 lines deleted. The control service, I believe all it was yeah, just removed a console log. We saw that yesterday. This we went over completely yesterday, and then in here, um, here's where most of the changes. I got rid of the constructor. I zoomed in on the camera in from 5 to 3. You can see it's 5, was 5, now it's 3. Um, and then this is very similar other than the fact that I passed group in instead of mesh. and then we got rid of all that. So the improvement would probably be in here, and I don't think I'll have to do much. Basically, I need to have a clock, and then I need to calculate how far I've how much time has passed, and then make sure that the amount that I'm rotating is the same every time. So um, right now we're just like a magic number of zero point zero 0.01 or whatever, like um, whatever is in there, but really needed to be like zero point zero 0.01 per second or something like that, zero point zero 0.01 per tenth of a second. Or and then zero point zero 0.01, I don't know if that's radians or like I don't know if we're rotating on radians or if we're rotating on degrees. I don't know exactly what that is, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on that. But basically, the problem is that the amount of time that's passed um, changes on every turn, and that difference is sort of changes how far it's moving over time because the amount of time that's passing per zero point zero 0.01 move in this case is different. So sometimes let's say just for this is grossly inaccurate, but let's say this time it was waited a whole second, then it would move zero point zero 0.01. But then let's say next time it waited 2 seconds, then it would be zero point zero 0.01 over 2 seconds. So it would be half the speed. The amount of rate of change is changed based on how much time has passed, and the amount of time that passed isn't consistent every time, and that's just known, and it's not a big deal like for the vast majority of what we do, but like if we're trying to make eyeball illusions, it is a big deal. So anyways, happy coding everybody. Bye.